Hey everybody, Cat here with I guess it's going to be a bit of a video, but we're going to go through this in theater mode where we can accelerate time just to kind of really get a feel for this. I haven't seen this in a while, since I want to say World War II or even before then at Infinite Warfare, but lately, there's been a lot of hostile people online who like to call you a camper, and I think a lot of people just don't know the definition of the word camper anymore in gaming. If anyone even remembers back, even as far back as like early first-person shooters, when you play multiplayer, it's just like a camper is someone who sits in a corner or hides in a room or whatever, you know? But apparently that definition has changed, and even more drastically lately. So we're going to look at a couple games here. This is going to be the first one. Unfortunately, I am still not in the best shape after my surgery, so I don't exactly have... let's just say I'm not exactly in the best shape to be doing this on the PC. So we're going to do this with the system. So sit back and enjoy. We're gonna look at some of these really stupid people because I really wish I was at my desk because I'd be capturing this with my Elgato, and you can hear the audio and just what these people are saying. That just makes you laugh that much harder instead of me telling you. Okay, so our first one today, or at least right now, we're going to be looking at these two specific people, Smooth Ill, Kingdaling Swing, and actually also Mr. Hakeem 26. Now these three, I don't remember if I'm pretty sure they weren't in the party, but they like to accuse everyone of camping, especially me for some reason, because I haven't said, this is me playing with my buddy Hostile and his friends. Normally, when I'm playing with him, it's at night. I don't talk because my daughters are asleep. So, it's funny, they start attacking me for some reason, and it's the funniest thing. So, let's first take a look at my so-called camping here. And like I said, we're gonna accelerate the footage because, you know, we're doing this on the console instead. So as you can see, this is considered camping. And of course I got shot by my own teammate right off the bat, which is kind of funny. So I'm just going to accelerate this a little bit more. And you'll notice, at what time do I actually stop moving? That actually, I got killed by Mad Max there, who's not even part of this
have destroyed your assault
discussion.
pack.
Oh yeah, that little fly feed there makes it into the kill cam, and they call me a hacker, which is kind of funny because if let's just go back a bit, we'll see this in real time, just to show exactly how much quote unquote hacking this is. So right here, oh look, there's a guy right there. Guy's camping right there, shooting at me. Yep. Guy runs across the field and hit fire. That's all hacking.
Surveillance operations. Your UAV has been destroyed.
Has nothing to do with them just either sitting in the usual spots or running across the map. Has absolutely nothing to do with that.
In return, sensors are capture your objective. Hostiles have destroyed your UAV.
Well, you know, this is, even when reloading, I pretty much don't even stop moving this whole game. Yeah, they find the need to fully attack me in the lobby, which I haven't said a single thing to them, nothing. But yeah, me making my way around this map is considered camping now. Although after this we're going to see an even worse case, but... And we just look at this right here. Everyone just hiding in the room.
Sniper's nest awaiting orders.
Alright, so that was just like getting us just a look on my end on what on my so-called camping. Next up, we're going to take a look at Smooth Ill, who fervently, this guy attacked me the most. Don't know why, but he apparently had a vendetta against me. I know I killed him a lot, but this guy attacked me the most, saying a lot of, like, some even more foul stuff that even I wouldn't repeat on private chat. So you'll notice he likes to... He does move a little bit, but for the most part he just moves from camping spot to camping spot. That's what he really does. He'll stay in a room or stay in a corner for a little bit, and then he'll move on to the next spot that he wants to hide in.
Enemy UAV above.
And what's even funnier is that another reason why I find it funny that he attacks me personally is I don't even kill him a lot of the time. Most of the time it's one of my other teammates that kill him, but apparently it's me. So, like I said, he'll move around a little bit from time to time, but he's just moving from one room or to another corner. Doesn't actually, you know, he's hiding on here in the boat until he gets shot up, I think. Yep, that's when Ladykiller got him.
Tracking enemy sniper's nest overhead.
Yeah, he likes to stop by that room whenever he spawns on this side.
Hostiles have established multiple UAVs. Enemy lightning strike radar detected. Enemy lightning strike inbound.
So see, I mean, he does move. He moves a lot more than his teammates do, but at the same time, you see, he stops in corners, and it's not like he's checking around a corner. He just sits there.
UAV above.
He's not actually checking around corners. He's just finding a corner to sit in for a little bit. So that, I mean, that's total. That's basically just borderline camping. You see, he just hides in that room until I come in and just shoot him up.
I'm feeling buyer's remorse.
Alright, so that was Smooth Ill. Let's take a look at Kingdaling swing. Oh my goodness. The only thing that comes out of this guy's mouth was, oh, you camper, you camper, you camper. And pretty much this is all you see him do. He likes to find a corner, he likes to find a room, and then he'll just sit there with the LMG the whole game. He almost never moves except to go to another corner or another room. Now, I'm not gonna say that, like, yeah, like you see there from the kill cam earlier, you know, he just sits there right next to that pillar. I'm not going to be sitting here saying like, oh, you know, my team doesn't camp, because my team definitely does camp. But here's the thing, like, I double or triple whoever's in second place. So it's not like the camping is doing the team any favors. On my team, at least. The thing is, at least my teammates that do camp, like, they admit it, and they accept the fact that they don't place very high at all. They don't even get much kills. But look at this man. He just finds a place that he likes to sit, and he'll sit there for a while. Maybe move to another corner, but that's the boom still do. And now he pulls out the new move that every loser does. Pull out a thermal titan. This is when you know you've hit, like, pretty much you've hit the bottom, is when you have to hide with a thermal titan. Hiding with a thermal scope in and of itself is already pretty sad, but when you have to use it on the titan, I mean, at that point you just quit. I have a young nephew who I don't approve of his parents letting him play it, but at least I've seen the kid. I'm not one to tell him what to do, but at least even my nephew, who's only not even 12 years old yet, has learned to actually run and gun, or at least not have to sit in a corner relying on a thermal titan like that. And so let's switch off to our final guy, Mr. Hakeem. And I don't know why it's on me. So here is Mr. Hakeem. This one likes to call him, you're a hacker more than he likes to call you a camper, but he still does it. So yeah, even though, like, yes, you want to check corners, like I mentioned earlier, but this guy doesn't, after he checks the rooftop and saw there was no one there, he still stayed in the room. Dude, this is one of the things about playing this is just like something as simple as paying attention to the kill feed there on your left. Your name and then you see that person die, you should know that they're not there anymore, you know? The reason hardcore doesn't get rid of the kill feed. But, you know, most people don't even pay attention to that. So he'll just, so you can see right there, he just camps, he doesn't actually move anywhere. And he'll be in here for a while, dude, until he gets shot up. This is why I'm accelerating the footage, because I'm pretty sure you don't want to see the guy just like sitting there like an idiot. So it's funny, you see me kill him 3 times in a row. Well, not exactly in a row, he gets killed by some other people, but you see me kill him 3 times in 3 separate areas at point blank range, and he thinks that's camping, which is kind of funny if you think about it. Because, like, how would someone be in 3 different corners on the map and you could still say that they didn't move an inch from a corner? It's just stupid. I will say this about Mr. Hakeem is that, unlike the other 2 that run their mouths, at least he actually checks corners more often. Though, I think his attention span's a little, ugh. There are times where he does try to run and gun, but he, like most noobs, like he tunnel visions. He doesn't actually take notice of everything around him, but half the time he just tries to find a window that he can sit in for a while, or just a little corner where he can watch different sides and not move. So that's our first segment there. But our next one is even more ridiculous. Alrighty then, so here's the second one. Now this one made me laugh the hardest. This one actually happened today. I cannot believe how hilarious this guy is. This is one of our focus today is a Mr. Mount Hashmore with the NASA clan tag. This guy has a freaking god complex. He thinks he is the be-all and end-all, thinks he's the best in this game, and there's no way anyone can be better than him. And, of course, once again, he's one of those people who will call you out for being a camper just because you're better and a hacker. And what's funny is that you notice that he camps with the torque so much, it's just hilarious. And even more so, he camps in the same spot, thinking that people would be too stupid to know he was going to be there after he's been there for like a couple minutes. And it had gotten to the point where even his teammates, you can see right here, he's got, it doesn't actually show all the people who had a microphone, but Remy Mar, Cruisin' Prince, HD Vision, and Arsenal all have mics, and he talks so much. And mind you, this is from earlier today. My daughters are sleeping right next to me, and so I'm not using my mic because, you know, my girl, I don't want to wake them up. They're only 5 months old. It's a hassle. But it's just so funny that, like, even his own teammates tell him to shut up, and they make fun of him in the lobby because he's like, oh, I'm reporting you for camping and hacking. Because in his mind, like I said before, in his mind, he's the best player in the world. And in his mind, he's also not camping, too. He had been in this lobby for 3 previous games. The 2 previous ones, he barely won by 2 or 3 points on the opposite team because I had someone on my team who was, I think the first game was 4-25, and then the game after that was 5-27, and he barely won by a couple points. So he thinks he's God. The third game before that, he was on my team, and we won by a fairly large margin. And he was at the bottom 2, so it's hilarious. And he complains about other people on the team who are camping. On the same team who are camping, which again is hilarious because in that game it was actually I can't remember what it was called, but it's the one with that giant Buddha statue. I had 37 kills, and the second place player who he complained about camping that had the kill cam had like 13-14 kills, and he was reaming on that guy, which I mean it's comical beyond comical. But we're going to take a look into this gameplay and just see exactly. Again, we're seeing what people define as camping nowadays, and it's just hilarious. So once again, we're going to start with just my camera to see my quote-unquote camping, and we'll go from there. So this is an 8-minute video, so I'm going to try to keep it well above 2 times because
established, Angels 10.
Yeah, apparently also having radar means you're hacking too, but there he is. He camps in that spot right there a good amount of time. And once we switch over to his cam, yeah, right there, he calls it hacking. Because I shot him even though he just killed me from there, so I must be stupid to not know he was there. So he'll come back, and once again, he just lays down with the torque.
Your assault pack has been destroyed.
So we'll go through this whole thing. If I remember correctly, we'll lose this anyway. Yeah, I try to shoot down UAVs. It's kind of stupid when I already know someone on my team has an RPG to shoot it down, but, you know, sometimes I'm just stupid. Happens to all of us. Oh, no, wait, we do win this one, I remember. Because I think I hit, like... What was it? No, it wasn't. I don't think we win this one. Like, you can see my team right here is like 3 and 11, 4 and 12. It's just a really bad team. The other team is constantly getting their, I know there's a guy right there because he ran by, but... So we got a guy who's trying to spawn camp us right there. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we lose this one.
UAV available for tasking.
In return, sensors are capped to your objective.
This is either love the camp.
Timeline 50% expanded.
So it's funny, like I said, like, you saw me shoot cruising tanks there, but despite him camping too, like, he tells it, he even tells him to shut up, but it's just funny, nonetheless. So we're now running 39-17. So this is definitely camping, folks. Running around the map and everything is considered camping, like I said. Yeah, we lost. I'm pretty sure we lost this one. Yeah, because we got a guy that went 7 and 24. So that's my half of it. So let's go back to the start. Let's look at this. Let's watch this so-called god. Let's find him here. Mount Hashmore. There we go. First thing he does, he just sits in the middle room until he gets shot up. And what does he do? He comes into the garage, sits here, waiting for someone to come by. This is not camping, folks. He's just watching that area. He's not camping at all. He's just sitting in that spot waiting for people. And that's totally not camping. Because camping means that you're running around. Even though he actually specifically says, oh, you're sitting your ass in the corner all the time. Like, that's all he could say the whole game. Or the whole time in the lobby. So he'll lay down in same points that everyone's been sitting in since freaking Black Ops 1. When this map first came out. I mean, it's really sad. Look at that. Using the torque to watch one of the hallways, so he doesn't have to worry about drops the razor wire. Yeah, this is not camping. This is not sitting his ass in a single building or a room. No. He's not camping at all. It's just really sad. And he'll go back up. So he'll just come back. He's gonna try to camp in there. He tries to camp in the same two places. He'll be back here, up in the middle room. I've gotten so used to seeing his stupid ass up there. I just start aiming down there. And he'll start sitting here again. Yeah, this isn't camping, folks. According to Mount Hash, whatever the fuck his name is, Mount Hashmore, this isn't camping whatsoever. He's only relying on hiding with torque. And like I said, at the end of this,
Hostiles have disrupted your barricade.
He obviously seriously does not know what camping means. Look at him. Going up in the rafters. Oh, look at that. Hiding up in the rafters. Because he's a god. He runs around all the time. According to him. And mind you, this is after 3 games of him complaining that his teammate, 4th game in a row that he was in the lobby. So as you can see, final score 20-17. And I'm hacking because I got 45. It's funny because he didn't actually say I was hacking because of my score on this one. I just went 45-17. He says I'm hacking because I shoot him because he when he goes back to the same camping spot. It's just hilarious. So we're gonna move on to the next video, which like completely solidifies exactly how stupid this guy is. And finally, we're here at this last one. This is the game immediately following WMD. After he complains about hacking because there's no way you would know he's in the same spot over and over. And the fact that he's not camping, you're the one camping with your ass in the corner, while he is quote-unquote running around while he's hiding in the same spot. So once again, this is me quote-unquote camping. All I'm doing is literally just running around the map. And then we have this idiot AR headshot in my lobby, but that's a whole different story. That's not worth mentioning. So now let's have, this is a long game. It's almost a 9-minute game. As you can see, I'm just making my way down. You know, wow, almost Kelly Clarkson myself there.
Sniper's nest on standby.
I am not making my way downtown. Was that Kelly Clarkson? I forget.
Strike team awaiting orders.
Sniper's nest maneuvering. Scanning for targets. Engaging.
So, yep. This is me spending the whole game camping in a corner. I don't even get that many kills in this one. As you can recall, last game, I scored 45-17, which is pretty modest. Definitely better than all my average games. Not super huge, but, I mean, still better than a lot of other games. And all he says is that I'm hacking because I know where he's camping, because he keeps on going back to the same spot. And of course that I'm sitting in the corner. So here we go. One of our guys actually has... This is another reason why the game kind of like slows down a bit, because one of the guys on my team actually does have a good score streak. And so like it's hard to find people on here when they're constantly getting killed by that. Yeah, can you tell I want to use my sniper stuff? That's a bad habit, by the way. Oh, when you know someone just put up a sniper rifle or sniper helo or a helo chopper, and you still keep on spamming your helicopter, even though you know for a fact you can't use it, and that just puts you open. So, yeah, I only go 38-3. It is nowhere near as good as the last game. KD wise, probably better, but overall not as good. So he calls me a hacker and a camper because I sit my ass in a corner and I'm cheating. So that's how I got 38-3. It totally has nothing to do with my team constantly getting UAVs and me running around behind them because they're too busy, you know, tunnel vision looking the wrong direction. And so let's go ahead and back up to the start. And we're going to switch over to him. If we can. Come on. There we go. So let's watch dumbass here. So shoots his own teammates for camping. He doesn't even move himself. He's like, that's my camping spot. It's like, only I'm allowed to camp. Look at him hiding on the boat. And he's got to keep on hiding too. Like, it's so pathetic. Like, he calls people campers. He thinks he's a god, but he's so blind he doesn't. All he's doing is just finding a spot to sit in. And because people are better than him and people actually don't, you know, sit in the corner, people don't get tunnel vision, that they're hackers and campers. Which that last one, like I said, always makes me laugh. If you recall back in my video, like, you see me, the only time I stopped was when I knew someone was going to that little hallway, so I just stopped for a second, shoot him, and then continue going. Other than that, I didn't even stop to reload. So you'll see him, he likes to go back to certain rooms and the boat. Boat's like his favorite place to hide. Next to this friggin' fence, of course. Because he moves a little bit and then he stays in one place. It's pretty sad. I mean, it's like I said, if I was in better condition to use my capture card, I could give you all the audio that it gives, which is really pathetic on how much she screams and everything. And this isn't like a little kid either, man. This guy, from the sound of his voice, he's around college age, at least. If not a little older than that. You'll see he has an affinity for this building. He has an affinity for the boat. And once in a while, I don't know, he likes this. He likes the media room once in a while. So yeah, take that as you will. But yeah, any running gunners out there, do note that you are now considered campers, and that people like this dumbass, Mount Hashmore, are now considered running gunners because they like to sit in corners and little rooms. So be careful, and everyone have a good one.